Chag Sameach, everyone. We're glad you're joining. We'll still give it another minute or so just to allow anyone else to log in and join us as we prepare to begin. But it really is nice, really special to see so many faces that are popping up and filling our screens here. So it's really a special treat to be able to celebrate and begin our festival this way. Again, we'll give it just another moment for anyone else to log in. I know there's tough traffic out there to get to your device. So we'll just pause for one more moment.
For those of you who are at Temple Emanu-El, you're going to hear sort of a more traditional service tonight with the melodies that are really for Shavuot and the 3 festivals. So I just want you to know that. They're really beautiful, and I hope that you like them. I love them. I studied them for many years, and I'm so excited to be able to do this, and especially to do it with Rabbi Tillman.
Well, thank you, Kananovik, and we are, again, as we said, excited to be all joining together to celebrate Shavuot this evening. It really is a unique opportunity for all of our congregations to come together and celebrate, and perhaps this is the perfect opportunity to do so when seemingly all our conceptions of distance and all our usual physical barriers are just not there anymore. So we find ways to connect with each other as individuals and as communities. And so we're fortunate that we can celebrate Shavuot together and begin a really special night of learning and of community and of celebrating that will begin now. We will begin our service, the traditional festival Ma'ariv. As you'll see, the text is coming up on your screen so that you can follow along right there. I believe you should still be able to see myself and Kananovik, depending on how you have your screen set up. But the text is there so that you can follow along. And as we do begin, we set our intention, we set our mood as we begin together with a song. And wherever you are joining us from, there's no shame in singing wherever you are. So we encourage you to sing along and to let your voices fill up your room and fill up and raise up our spirits. As we'll continue next with Baruch Hu, please rise if you are able to.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
And as we continue at the bottom of page 1, we may be seated, and we'll continue with our text. Both the liturgy is available to you in Hebrew, as well as transliteration, as well as an interpretive song here towards the bottom of page 1.
To dark, into light. בחושך מפאו. Roll into dark, roll into light. Light becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night turns to day, day turns to night.
And we'll continue on page 2.
אהבת עולם, בית ישראל, עמך אהבת. תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו, שופטנו ופנינו, נשיח בכבודך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך. אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בעיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. והיה עם שמיים למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת, אמת ואמונה כל זאת.
We continue on page 4.
מלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם, משה ובני ישראל חנו שירה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות תוסף אליך. מלכותך רובנך, בוקע הים לפני משה. זה לי אנו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר כפי אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני על ישראל.
As we continue on to page 5, we'll read together in the English the middle paragraph there, beginning, grant that we may lie down in peace. We'll read together. Again, please join us in reading from wherever you are. Grant that we may lie down in peace, eternal God, and raise us up, O sovereign, to a life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel, and for your name's sake be our help. Shield us from hatred and plague. Keep us from war and famine and anguish. Subdue our inclination to evil. O God, our guardian and helper, our gracious and merciful sovereign, give us refuge in the shadow of your wings. O guard our coming and our going, that now and always we have life and peace. We praise you, O God, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Moshe moadei Adonai el bnei Yisrael.
At the top of page 6, we'll continue with Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkada v'yikada Shemei Rabbah, ve'olamod yivarach Yirutei, ve'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayit v'chol beit Yisrael, v'agalav v'zaman karim, v'imraneh. Ishmir Abba Mevarach, La'olam U'le'me'an Maya, Yitbarach, V'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam, v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalam, Shemei Dekudsha. Berichu מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, ושבחתה ונחמתה, לאמירם בעולמה, אמרו אמן.
In the middle of page 6, we'll continue with our evening Amidah for festivals. We'll take the opportunity to offer our own personal prayers, either the liturgy that appears on your page or in your own Siddur, this unique liturgy to our festivals, or simply whatever personal prayers may be in your heads, may be in your hearts as we gather together this evening. But again, we begin privately the middle of page 6, and the liturgy continues on the pages through page 10. May the one who causes peace to reign in the high heavens, let peace descend on us, on all Israel, on the whole world, and let us say, Amen.
Amen.
We'll continue, page 11, Kaddish Shalem.
יתקדע ויקדע שמי רבה, ואלמד יברך חירותי ומלכותי, וחייכון וביומכון וחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה בזמן קריב יאמרו, אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם עולם מעלמיה, יתברך. יתברך וישבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, יתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי לקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, ושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן מעלמה ואמרו, אמן. יתקבל צלותון ובותון לכל בית ישראל, קודם ובהון ובשמיה ואמרו, אמן. יהי שלום רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, אמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ויאמרו amen.
We continue with Aleinu, page 12.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים, ומושב יקרו בשמיים עמהו, המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים עמהו, ושכינתו זו בגובי מרומים, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום בשבעת אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, בשמיים עמהו, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. על כן נקבל לבחירות מהרה ותפארת וזו. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Grant that the memories of those who have gone before us be a source of strength for us and for everyone of the house of Israel. May the souls of our departed find peace in your shelter and care, and may we all be blessed with peace, tranquility, and the fullness of life. We'll continue with Kaddish Yatom, Mourner's Kaddish, page 13. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, ve'alma jivrach yerutei ve'amlich malchutei, ve'chayechon uvyomechon uvechaye dechol beit Yisrael, va'agala uvizman kari ve'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam yomei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. And before we conclude with Kiddush, we can actually take our Siddur, take our text down for a moment. In that, as we celebrate, again, this festive occasion. We celebrate our holiday of Shavuot. It's worth just sharing for a moment what it is that we are celebrating. On this festival, we commemorate the receiving of the Torah at Har Sinai, at Mount Sinai, and we recreate and we reenact that moment of receiving the Ten Commandments and of the Torah. There is a story. I won't read all of it now, but it's entitled "The Littlest Mountain." I do recommend it. I believe it's part of PJ Library as well. And the story is in fact based off of a midrash from the classical rabbinic texts that asks the question, why was it Mount Sinai? Why of all the mountains was it lowly Mount Sinai out in the middle of the wilderness that was chosen for being the site of the revelation and of the giving of the Ten Commandments? Why wasn't it the tallest of the mountains? Why wasn't it the most beautiful of the mountains, or the most fertile, or the ones with the most precious minerals? Why of all of these mountains of great size and great importance and great value was it Mount Sinai? And as the Midrash teaches, it was because Mount Sinai was the most humble. And as all the other mountains set forth arguing, trying to assert their own dominance, Mount Sinai simply sat along the sides and said, you can figure it out amongst yourselves. I know who I am. I'm confident enough as myself, as Mount Sinai, that I don't need that special attention. I don't need that special honor. And it was because of that God did decide to single out Mount Sinai, making it the site for our moments of revelation and of the symbolic giving of the Torah and the Ten Commandments. So even as we do celebrate this festival in such a special way and celebrate the commemoration of really a major event in Jewish history and part of our narrative as a people, as a faith, as a religion, even though it is such a major event, we can still take comfort in learning that it took place at perhaps a minor mountain, and it's only because of what took place there and because of its humility, because of its modesty, that Mount Sinai became what we know it as today, and is because we are able to celebrate that today as well. As we prepare to sanctify the holiday, we'll continue with Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'am, ורוממנו מכל לשון, וקידשנו במצוותיו. ותיתן לנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה, מועדים לשמחה, חגים וזמנים לששון. את יום חג השבועות הזה, זמן מתן תורתנו, מקרא קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. הבנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ומועדי קודשך בשמחה וששון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש ישראל והזמנים.
Amen. And since this is a special occasion, I think certainly just on our calendar year of this festival, and since it is a unique opportunity of all of our communities and congregations coming together, let's also include the text of the Shechianu, the blessing that we recite on special occasions as they come up throughout the year, as we celebrate something for the first time, as we are doing tonight, with all our communities celebrating this festival together. So it's text is not on the Siddur, but please join me if you know it. We'll just recite the words. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shechianu v'kiyimanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Blessed are you, Lord our God, sovereign of the universe, who has granted us life and sanctified us and enabled us to reach this special moment. A quick word of logistics before we conclude tonight. There is a full night of programming ahead of you. Classes will begin just about on every half hour between now and I think our last class is 10:30 or 11 o'clock. But we have many learning opportunities. Hopefully you have pre-registered for them on the website so that you have the links to join in each of the rooms. There's a different link for each class. So we hope you know where you're going. It feels like you need a map to get around the conference room to find the right meeting room for your class. But it is you'll have that schedule. It all is all on the Temple Emanu-El website, so you can find the full schedule and the times as well as the links to join from each of them as well.
The link is also in the Rabbi Tzolman. The link is in the chat box if you haven't signed up, so you can go there now.
Perfect. Thank you. I also want to extend a thank you to all of my friends and colleagues who worked together in putting this together, and the clergy, the rabbis and cantors of Temple Emanu-El, of Temple Shalom, and Temple Beth El Makor Chaim, as well as us here at Congregation Beth Israel. And really just want to thank each of you for joining us tonight and celebrating through prayer and through study as we'll set off on our night of learning. I wish you all a Chag Sameach, and to learn well, and an evening full of celebrations. I'll see some of you in my class in about an hour. And once again, Chag Sameach, and thank you all for being here with us tonight.